Hi, I'm Caleb. I'm a cardist, and I'm interviewing other cardists to see how and why they create, so we can learn how to grow as a community. Welcome to Cardistry Talk. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Cardistry Talk. Today, I'm joined by Kyle Law and Nathan Wu. You may know them as the team behind Humans of Cardistry, a brand new endeavor in the cardistry community. That is some fancy words there. Would you guys like to introduce yourself?
I guess I'll go first. So I'm Kyle. I've been doing cardistry for maybe since 2013. And then, I don't know what else to really say other than that I just started Humans of Cardistry 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm Nathan. I've also been doing cardistry since about 2013, 2014. And I'm really excited to be here and to be running Humans of Cardistry.
Yeah. Thank you guys for being here and for running this account. I really love the idea of it. You guys may remember Nathan too. He was in the Fontain Trials. So if you guys watch some of that, you may remember him from that. So first question, just to get things started off of, what was kind of the inspiration for Humans of Cardistry?
So the inspiration for Humans of Cardistry started as a 2 a.m. idea. So usually at 2 a.m. I have random ideas and then I write them down. So then I was thinking, what if there's a Humans of New York, but for cardists? And then I decided to hit up Nathan at 3 in the morning. And I was like, yo, Nathan, let's do this. And then he's like, yeah. So that was pretty much the genesis of it.
Based on the Humans of New York, do you guys have a favorite entry from there, or um, how do you compare it to Humans of New York? Did that make sense as a question?
I guess it kind of makes sense. I don't have a favorite entry. I think I just like the concept of the account, how they just get random people off the streets and have them tell their story. So in the example for cardistry, we're just trying to get anyone from cardistry so that there's something for everyone that they can read. It doesn't have to be an established cardist or anyone special.
That's cool. That was actually one of the questions that I was wanting to get around to.
Oh shoot!
Because so you're already stepping ahead. No, but that's cool, because that's really what I want to try to do as well with my podcast, is every once in a while get somebody that's not very popular, or a no-name type of person, kind of do a spotlight for them. So I really love that idea. And we're getting to the point where there's a lot of cardists where you can constantly spotlight somebody. There's constantly somebody to talk about, or someone with an opinion.
There's always somebody.
So you've already had some great entries, some great people, Kyle Tran and Carter McDermott. What was it kind of like working with those two guys?
I've known Carter for a really long time. I think he's one of my first card friends, I would say. So yeah, I just hit him up one day. I was like, hey, do you want to be a part of this? And he's like, yeah, sure. And then I kind of knew Kyle for maybe 2 years, and then also just hit him up.
Mm-hmm. And they're really easy to work with. Well, I don't know about Carter as much, but we got on the call with Kyle, and he has a lot of, he really likes the idea of Humans of Cardistry, has a lot of ideas for it, so he helped us out a bit with some of our ideas. And I think Kyle has a really interesting perspective on the cardistry as a whole in the community because of his experiences.
Yeah. Such a great guy. Shouts out to Kyle.
Yeah, I don't know him, but the videos are great.
Yeah.
So, is there any dream guests that you guys, or anybody that you guys would love to have?
Not really anyone specific per se, because we're trying to be inclusive as possible from everybody. But I guess what we've heard from other people would love to see Zach from Fontaine, or who else was there? Patrick Barnabas and so.
Yeah, and I know a lot of cardists that, or maybe people that other cardists look up to, who they really respect for their moves or have an established body of work, are not exactly the most. You can't really get an idea of what kind of person they are. So the guys at anyone are very just moves and random pictures and stuff. You don't really know who they are. So it would be cool to see how they answer certain questions that we would ask at Humans of Cardistry. And so since you get a better idea of what they think about it or who they are as people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's really weird too. Like you said, that like a lot of the bigger names, like you don't really know much about them outside of their moves.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, there's definitely a lot of room for a lot more community interaction as a whole.
Yeah, especially during these like pandemic times, like there's no Cardistry Con. How do we know each other as people? We don't have that that annual dose of interaction, you know?
Yeah. I mean, cardistry just in general, or cardists just in general too, or like we're all spread out. So like there's, even with Cardistry Con compared to most hobbies, there's not a lot of like community, like in-person community, which I think we're starting to see some growth there. So that's cool. But so my next question was, do you plan to do everyday people? But you already answered that. You guys were a step ahead. Well, what do you kind of like, how do you kind of see this in like a year's time?
I don't think we really thought about it that much because we're fairly new and we're still trying to work things out. But I guess we hope to get to the point where we're able to reach out to as many people as possible, like through like physical interviews, and we get to take their picture and everything. So like just like Humans of New York.
Yeah, and also I think it would be really cool if, you know, like Humans of New York, it's just random people, and once we get to a level where we can ask like a ton of people, you know, small cardists, I really like to see like it just be a regular thing in people's feeds where every you know couple of days there's a new Humans of Cardistry post. You can just read like, oh, I didn't know about this person, but here are their thoughts on cardistry, and like I agree with this or not. And so like not just see your favorite names every day, you know.
I keep saying this, but I really love that as a concept. And like everybody has different opinions, so I think you guys may be able to spark a lot of interesting conversations.
Yes, for sure. That's what I hope to get, because something that has been pretty concerning is how Carter's post was literally like top tier, like over the top kind of response, and that sort of caused everyone else to follow his format and try to like mimic his responses for the people we've asked. So yeah, we're hoping to get opinions from like what you hate about cardistry, or like things that show the vulnerable side of cardists.
The stuff that we don't talk about a lot.
Yeah,
there's so much room for that too. Like,
yeah, there is, because I mean cardistry is still pretty new, like at least in my eyes, even though it's been like what 20 plus years maybe.
I mean, we didn't like Cardistry Con. Sorry, you can go, Nate.
No, I was just saying, yeah, it is a new thing. 20 years is nothing in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, and like even if you look at the 20 years, it really hasn't grown a ton until like the past 5 maybe.
Yeah,
I think
I agree.
So like kind of once Cardistry Con got introduced, and like we have some of the bigger brands now, like Fontain and Orbit and Anyone and all that. Because like when I started Cardistry, it was like a long time ago now, like 2013, 14, and like none of the brands were around. And then I came back to it because of COVID, basically, since I had a bunch of free time. So it was really interesting to see how much it has grown, and also like it was kind of weird seeing all these brands pop up that weren't there before.
For sure.
Yeah,
like,
that must be really weird, because I mean 2013 it was like a totally different landscape in cardistry, and you just come back and have all this new information. It's grown so much.
Oh yeah, like I soaked in so many videos in like a couple weeks period.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, what the heck? People thought of this kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, for real though. And like it grew so much, because like when I was first into it, it was mostly like Z grip basically type of stuff, and now we have crazy grips and like so much new stuff that like every time
we have Noel.
Yeah. Like there's moves that you can't even like classify into like a category anymore.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, and I think what's really cool too about this, and like what I'm trying to do as well in the podcast is that we're kind of documenting the really early stages of cardistry, like the infancy stages, where like people could look back at this and kind of see how it's grown over time and how people's opinions have changed over time.
Oh, that's actually really cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so keep doing that, what you guys are doing.
And you too, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do it for a while. It is a lot of work though. So jumping ship, Nate, you were in the Fontain Trials. I want to talk about that a little bit because I was pretty interested in that. A lot of crazy cardists. What was it kind of like being a part of that competition?
Well, to be honest, I did not expect to get in. You know, that's like my first major or my first any competition in cardistry, and the move that I used to enter, I was holding on to for a while, but I still like thought it was like pretty bad. It's not even like I didn't have an opener for it when the competition was first announced, and so like I knew that like that was probably the best move I had saved at that time, and so I just like nonstop practiced it for like 2 weeks until I found an opener and like was able to do it like well enough. And then when I posted it, you know, people seemed to like it, but there's so many good entries. There was like 400 entries or something like that, all from like the best cardists ever, you know, around the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I did not expect to get in, so it was a real shock to see like once that announcement came out, the post when I'm tagged in it. But I was really excited for that, of course. But just like, especially COVID, I was planning on filming it with somebody else, as you know, Trevor, who also got in, lives like in the Bay, and so last year for CardistryCon, the CardistryCon Championship, me and like the other Bay Area people kind of just jammed every week while Aslan and Lars would film their rounds, and I thought it was going to be similar to that this year, but then we weren't able to meet up, so I had to make do with like my not so great camera, and like I don't know how to do lighting or anything. So I made it work as best as I could, I guess. And I don't really like how it turned out, but it was such a fun experience. Like, and you know, there was like a group chat for the top 20 people, and we just had a lot of fun doing it. Yeah,
that's really cool. I think your entry was great. I love the concept of having the 3 different colored, the blue, the red, and the yellow, kind of like the brighter colors. And then the move, I think it's called yo-yo, where you did with what you did with the 3 though, I think.
Yeah, yo.
Yeah, yo. Oh, sorry, I just bumped my camera. But yeah, that move I really liked. I remember seeing that and I thought it was really cool. So
thanks.
Yeah, congrats on being a part of that. So
yeah, thank you.
Jumping into the creative process for you guys, I know you guys both are really good cardists from what I've seen, at least in my opinion. I really like what you guys have done. Kind of like, honestly,
okay.
I've talked about this on the show before, but like, honestly, if like, even if you can do the basics, you're already like a cool person in the eyes of everybody else. So
for sure, yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, so like, even if you can do a spring, people love the spring. So yeah. I always say all cardists are good cardists. But back to the question. Do you guys have any creative process when you try to make a move?
Nathan can go first.
Okay. So I wouldn't say, I mean, a lot of, you hear other people say like, oh, I always do this for every move. But for every move for me, it's totally different. So like, yo is a good example. Like I already had yo from before. It's like two yos that you catch, and it's like, oh, that's okay. And then you just add another packet and do it 3 times. So that was like a pretty easy move to conceptualize, and I just had to realize for a lot of my, it just comes from like a lot of people. It's just finding an opener and then exploring every avenue until you find something that works. But my favorite moves are always the ones that are not like that, because they're so boring. It's just like things moving. I like to think of something that I would like to see in a move and then figure out how I do it, I guess. Yeah.
Awesome. Kyle, do you have any method? Or?
I don't really have a creative process. A lot of things are just happy accidents, and then I'd like show someone like, "Oh, check this out," and then over like the next year, I sit on it while trying to figure out something. So it just happens. It just happens. I don't have a lot of like original stuff, so
Yeah. So a lot of free form.
yeah.
Like a lot of people, like I don't think anybody except for maybe Matthew Boudoir can like plan out an entire move, or like the guys
Yeah,
at
he has like
Cardistry
has like a
Touch.
whole like algorithm, like
Yeah.
a list of this must have this.
And like they have the Cardistry like charts now. Have you guys seen that?
Charts.
Like the CGN and all that.
Yeah.
Oh
like,
yeah.
Like a noted system. Like
Yeah, like piano sheets, but for cardistry.
yeah. Crazy. But I always love to ask that question because everybody has a different way. You know, some people are just completely free form. So it's always interesting to hear how people create their moves. So switching topics to something kind of completely different. Do you guys have a favorite Fontaine deck?
Well, I don't know about like a specific deck, but I know my favorite release that they've ever done was Fontaine Futures, because that was just such a great like idea, and you know the designs are pretty good, I think, and it's just so fun to see people like the aura around them, people just opening up the packs at the con and trading them, and you know saying like it's like they're trading cards, one of 3,000, one of 2,500, different levels of awareness. I think it's just genius.
For me, I think, I guess like for the same reason for the Fontaine Futures for Nathan, but I guess like next up on that list for me would be the Brain Dead deck, because Brain Dead has actually been one of like my favorite brands like before Zach made ever made the collab. So once I saw that, I was like, what the hell? This is crazy. But personally, I don't have the deck, so that's kind of like unfortunate. So yeah, but I just love the colors and like the designs and everything, and I support both brands completely as well.
Yeah, so cool. I really like the black and white one. I know it's not out yet.
Yeah. I think he posted a picture of the box. The box looks super cool.
But I like that one a lot. Like I think I like that one better than the regular version. But yeah, great choices. What are kind of some of your guys' other hobbies outside of cardistry?
Well, I know for me, like I rotate between a lot of hobbies. So cardistry, I think like in the past couple of years has kind of been my main one, but I am also a speed cuber. You might know what that is. Like I think there's a lot of overlap between these hobbies.
Yeah.
Speed cubing, like solving Rubik's Cube as fast as you can. I know a lot of other cardists have kind of dabbled in it, but I've kind of gone really far with both. So I'd probably say like I am as good at cubing as I am at cardistry, if that means anything.
Do you have a favorite like category, like 2x2 or 3x3 or anything like that?
Oh, 4x4 is pretty fun, but I'm probably fastest at 3x3, like in terms of ranking, I guess.
Like I know very, very little bit about cubing, but I did like one day, like it was on my bucket list. I'm like, I'm just gonna figure out how to solve a Rubik's Cube. So like I figured out the formulas or whatever, the slowest one that was easiest to remember, and then forgot it all. But I always have respect for you guys. You guys are crazy.
That's great though. As soon as you solve a Rubik's Cube, you're officially a cuber. That's how it works. Whereas like in cardistry, I mean, it's kind of harder to get into because like you don't really know what the objective is when you start, but then, you know, hopefully you just get addicted to it and figure it out.
Yeah. With cubing, you have like solve it, you know?
Yeah.
With cardistry, it's just kind of like,
There's no
go.
solution to cardistry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no solution.
That's what I think that's what makes it interesting, because like everyone has a different approach to like what they want to do. In cubing, it's everyone's just like get faster. And then cardistry, you know, if you have certain information and you don't have other information, then you can totally explore different aspects of the art form, and that's what makes interesting cardists really good.
Mm-hmm. There's so many possibilities, not with just moves, but with editing and creating a story around it. So like, I think we're just hitting the tip of the iceberg at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kyle, with you, I know I saw that you like rock climbing, but what are some of your other hobbies?
I don't really have any other hobbies currently, because it's kind of like I try new things and then either I get sick of it or I continue doing it. But like then again, yeah, one of them is climbing. But it's kind of ironic because after climbing for a while, my hands get so wrecked that it hurts to play with cards. So like it's kind of like a phase of cardistry and a phase of like rock climbing. And then I also used to do cubing as well, but then I got really insecure about it once I saw my friends destroy my records and stuff.
That's funny. Well, that's something you don't see with cardistry, at least. So at the end of the show, I do this thing called the rapid question round, which is a bunch of random questions that are random in nature, random question round. And the goal is to try to answer them fast. So I don't know how we're going to do this with two people. I've never done it with two people before, but we can try this. Are you guys down?
Yeah.
Sure.
Are they like yes or no questions, or like questions?
Questions.
Oh boy.
Like not like philosophical questions, but
okay. I was like, whoa.
What is the meaning of life? No,
Kyle,
it's like favorite food or stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Kyle, you answer first, and then I'll go.
Okay.
I guess that's the first one. Yeah. Do you guys have a favorite food?
Sushi.
Kyle?
I said sushi.
Oh, yeah, sushi I'd probably say as well.
Sushi. Sushi's great. Do you have a favorite move that's unoriginal? So a move you haven't created?
I know for me it's hothead.
Hothead?
Yeah.
Carter's taboo.
Taboo. What is that?
I can try to do it. Wait, no, I'm not going to try to do it.
I can do it. I mean, I'm not going to do it justice, but it's the one.
I think I know what it is, but I can't just show it. Like
this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he had in the Fontain Trials, he made the one where it like transfers.
Oh yeah. The not two-handed, the double version, I guess.
That one's good though. I love that one. Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Dogs. I'm a cat man myself. Favorite deck of cards at the moment?
Aquaberries.
Missing ink.
Do you play video games? And if you do you have a favorite?
Currently Fall Guys.
Fall Guys.
I only play Minecraft now with my friends.
Hey, off topic, real quick, Nathan or Caleb too. Have you guys seen the Minecraft Super Smash Bros. Collab coming soon?
Yeah.
What?
It's so insane.
Yeah. I was at work and someone my sister-in-law texted me that, and I'm just like, what?
it shouldn't make sense, but it looks kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. It'll be interesting to see how it is. I was just like, as soon as you said Minecraft too, my mind went straight to that, and I'm just like, I'll skip over that for now. But so this is a staple question on the podcast. I don't know why. It's just become that way. Toilet paper, over or under?
What does that mean?
Like, you want me to demonstrate? I'll get them and demonstrate for you.
Is it like if you put the roll
like over, like over like that to wipe, or
Oh
like that
no.
way?
No, okay.
Wait, right?
It's
No?
not that.
Is
No.
that what you meant?
I mean, I guess that could be one. Does
Cut
anybody
this out,
go
cut this out.
over?
No one should ever
Who
see
does
me do
under?
this.
Or wait, I don't know. No, I'm
Oh,
talking about
I know,
the
in the
roll.
toilet paper holder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's what I
over-
thought.
Over.
And then-
over.
I can't. Okay. Anyway,
Kyle.
didn't say wiping.
It processed in my head as wiping.
No one said under yet. I'm waiting for the first person to say under.
And then in the comment section, everyone's gonna just bash on that person. What is wrong with you?
There's like, I asked that question like the third episode, and then everybody's like, not everybody, but there's a couple people that are like, you have to ask that question. So I have to ask the question now, whether I want to or not.
It's a good question, honestly. You can decide who you could decide to talk to in the future or not.
Yeah,
That's a
if anybody
friend.
says under, we'll have a part 2. We'll have an intervention.
You should have get all the people you interviewed, put them in like a debate, like Zoom, and we like fight to the death over if it's over or under.
Do you guys have a favorite movie?
I can't think of one off the top of my head. Oh,
Oh.
the Dark Knight Rises.
For me, it's Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction. Yeah,
Yeah.
both good movies. I love Tarantino. Cats and Dogs, we already asked that. Android or iPhone?
iPhone.
iPhone, yeah.
I'm waiting for, that's another one. All Cardists seem to have iPhones. I don't know if it's just because of like creativity, like
Kyle
not
Tran, not
creativity,
to call
but
him out, has an Android.
Yeah.
but that's just something else I'm just now realizing. Do you guys have a favorite band or music genre?
Can it be like artists? Just like a singular artist?
Yeah.
Childish Gambino.
Good.
I guess I'll say Kanye West.
Kanye West. Mhm. Love it. This is a random question. If you could have coffee with any Disney character, who would it be?
I would go with Winnie the Pooh.
Why?
Eeyore.
Eeyore.
Yeah.
Winnie the Pooh, I feel like he was such a funny guy to sit down with for any reason. But if it's coffee, he'll have his with a bit of honey.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Did you say Kyle?
I said Eeyore.
Eeyore.
No reason particularly, but I guess I just like his vibes. Wait, no. Isn't he depressed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind. Yeah, but I guess Eeyore for now.
Okay, that's like polar opposites. All right, we'll end with this last question. If anybody was to portray you in a movie, who would you want it to be?
Kyle Tran.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good answer. Yeah.
Kyle Tran?
Kyle Tran or Brad Pitt. Either one of those. They're pretty equal.
For
Pretty
the
equal.
the whitewashed Hollywood version.
Will be bad. Yeah. Okay, so at the end of the show, I like to do what I call roll out the red carpet, which is a direct ripoff of Hot Ones. But is there anything you guys want to promote or anything last nugget you would want to leave the audience with?
Follow at Humans of Cardistry.
Yes, follow Humans of Cardistry and Cardistry Talk.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, right. Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll have descriptions to all of their stuff, including their personal Cardistry accounts in the description, so you guys can check them out. Highly recommend that you do. I really love what they're doing in the community with this Humans of Cardistry. Nate and Kyle, thank you guys for being on the show. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you guys later.
Thank you. No problem.
Thank you.
Adios.